Welcome everyone to a presentation on a regional solution called SureTrak. SureTrak is an information sharing solution being used by the federal government within the Mid-Atlantic region and is a great example of a project that can be leveraged across the region for both public and private sector to integrate and share information as it relates to maritime security and any other type of security information required across the region. Today on the phone, you'll hear from our members from the SureTrak team, and we'll let them introduce themselves. So with that, I'll introduce Mr. Joe Anderson. Joe has been working with the consortium for many years since its beginning. And Joe, if you wouldn't mind introducing your team real quick, and we can get into our presentation.
Thanks, Tom. Working with us today on the presentation, we have Miller, who is the SureTrak program manager. Russ has been part of the history of SureTrak, has been involved with it with the technology from the very beginning. And we also have Daniel Munyon, who is with CSC Center of Excellence for Logistics. And Daniel has been a primary innovator with the SureTrak system and has introduced several technologies, including WebCop, which we'll talk about today.
In securing our and national waterways is, first off, one of scale or volume. There are over 1,300 seaports worldwide. And in the U.S., that's 361 major seaports. There's also as many as 27 major commercial rivers in the Midwest and western U.S. alone. So being able to know what's coming and going out of those areas of critical infrastructure is extremely important, not to mention what we have with utilities in regard to pipelines, nuclear power plants, dams, and so on. We also have an increasingly busy international shipping community. Despite everything happening in the world economy, international container traffic is rising 7% this year, that according to Freight Forum. Another part of this problem is that orders for platforms and vessels are up 18% in 2011, so we see a significant rise in offshore oil and gas exploration, creating new critical infrastructure that provides a target-rich community for our enemies and a lot more surveillance requirements for authorities in the U.S. Lastly, we have a rise in bad actors and incidents in coastal waters and throughout the world. In the U.S. in particular, but also in other places, we have poaching of natural resources. We have terrorist and rebel targeting of critical infrastructure. In the U.S., it happens to be mostly on the surveillance aspect, but we see around the world that it only takes a small slip to create an international incident of vast scale and damage. We see international piracy in major shipping lanes that is impacting economics and transportation of all the major nations. We see busy ports becoming vectors for terrorist attacks, as in Mumbai recently. And we see narcotics trafficking through ports, particularly in the U.S., where there's constant pressure. But there is a solution. There's quite a bit of surveillance that's going on today. And it's going on through multiple authorities, local, federal, regulatory, environmental. There's plenty of eyes on our seas, lakes, river ports, infrastructure, private security, public security. And that's all well and good. But whether you're talking about the Coast Guard, Navy, Port Authorities, DHS, and the slew of other three-letter agencies, we have an overwhelming amount of data. And so even if we know everyone who's got the data, we're able to put them all on a list, we're able to get all that data together, we are left with two questions. Who needs the data, number one, and can we get it to them, number two? So we know that the military, law enforcement, energy producers, port authorities, federal, state, local government, shippers, and even recreational boaters have this information. But are they able to share that data? Well, we find, because of security standards that were set going all the way back to World War II, and then all the way up through everything that's happened after 9/11, that in many cases we're prevented by, in some cases, technologically outdated rules and guidelines for sharing data, from getting the data from the folks who have it to the folks who need it. And that's why Computer Sciences Corporation, in combination with the U.S. Navy and initially the U.S. Coast Guard, developed the SureTrak system, a multi-sensor, fully integrated data system to cover water surveillance, air surveillance, environmental monitoring, perimeter surveillance, and critical infrastructure. At this point, we're going to look at a brief movie that outlines where SureTrak has been and how it's adjusted to the change in technology to help authorities share this critical information to help secure our nation's infrastructure.
As the world becomes a more complicated and dangerous place, the need for accurate maritime domain and situational awareness becomes more critical for ensuring our security and safety. Reliable situational awareness is critical for protecting everything from energy resources and oil rigs to infrastructure elements vital to homeland security. However, budgets are tight, and advanced tracking technology is expensive to develop and deploy. But now, through a unique industry-government partnership between the U.S. Navy and CSC, a solution called SureTrak is available that securely shares data from multiple sensors, including radar, AIS, and remote cameras to provide near real-time awareness of land, air, and sea activity. Originally developed for the U.S. Coast Guard as a vessel traffic management system, SureTrak's integrated data acquisition and display technology has been refined over the past 15 years and adapted by the U.S. Navy for maritime and airspace surveillance at military bases around the U.S. It has also been deployed in several African nations as part of the Regional Maritime Awareness Capability Program. And now, thanks to an exclusive licensing arrangement with the U.S. Navy, CSC has made the benefit of all that research and development available at an affordable cost to state, regional, and international governments and commercial organizations. Anyone who needs the power of real-time situational awareness in a command and control environment. SureTrak collects information from multiple sensors and sources to provide enhanced security and faster incident response times by collating and distributing data to provide an accurate picture of what's happening on land, sea, or air. Additionally, through a unique federal cooperative research and development agreement with the U.S. Navy, CSC has developed a web-based situational awareness system that pulls information from SureTrak and other sensors into a highly secure dynamic map set that uses the power of the Internet to share important information about when and where events occur. A buffered record and replay capability enables immediate access to recorded data, which is valuable in incident investigations and in the creation of training scenarios. And SureTrak's modular design gives it the flexibility to function as either a small system with only a few sensors or as a very large integrated system. The potential applications are near endless. CSC not only provides every component of the system, from software to sensor, we use our decades of expertise to help define your challenges and determine how to adapt the technology for your unique demands. And our ongoing relationship with the U.S. Navy means we have an experienced partner that will continue to push SureTrak's technology to ensure that you get the best possible solutions moving forward. SureTrak, cost-effective, real-time situational awareness you can trust. Contact CSC today to discuss how SureTrak technology can be leveraged to solve your mission challenges quickly and affordably. We specialize in developing the perfect solution.
As we've just seen from the SureTrak movie, one of the benefits of the SureTrak system is the leveraging of a large investment and technology by the U.S. government into this product. Over the past 15 years, approximately $70 million have been invested to develop and improve SureTrak to bring it where it is today. Many military activities are continuing to make that investment to improve SureTrak even further. The established system support activity that we have permits us to remotely monitor and help clients to solve problems or to determine new levels of operation. It gives us the ability to be there at a moment's notice to provide technical support when needed. The modular design of the system is another aspect leading to its affordability. Off-the-shelf COTS components, Dell computers, or other types of computers are used in the system. The scalability expands from a very single site with a single sensor up to a large multi-regional site with multi-command centers. And the scalability is
virtually unlimited. Service-oriented architecture permits us to connect with existing systems that are SOA architecture, that service-oriented architecture, and permits a savings in code development to leverage existing capabilities into the system.